The episode begins with Nima when Frost Spider is in front of her. People around this Frost Spider are scared because she looks ferocious. The Goblin realizes the situation and jumps ahead to eliminate the Frost Spider. Nima can sense that Frost Spider is panicking, but she can't determine why. By examining her, she can also realize her hunger. It means Frost Spider wants to satisfy her hunger with goblins' meat. Also, Nima wants to step forward because she is feeling something wrong. She wants to assist her. Further, she is worried about the goblins' safety. To protect them, she wants to proceed. But her father doesn't allow her because it's their fight, and the most mighty one survives. So, she had no option except to watch the fight from far away. In wrath, Frost Spider attacks with her fang, but the goblin is vigilant enough to dodge her strike. Even the goblin answers her attacks with punches and kicks. On the other hand, Frost Spider is also prepared using her slicing fangs. Her long legs can slice anything who dares to hurtle in her way of hunger. The goblin, who is pissed off, saves himself from her deadly invasion and jumps into the sky. His jumps are high, even though they have stunned everyone around him. Everyone is looking at the fight by holding their breath. Nima is also worried about them and knows the power of Frost Spider. If the goblin isn't cautious, then he can lay dead here. The goblin is also angry at her and punches them with all his power. This punch is strong enough to make a hole in her body. Through the punch, they realize she has been knocked out. But it's their wrong idea because she is alive and crumpled the goblin by jumping on him. Watching this, Nima is shocked because it looks like the goblin is no longer. By thinking from this perspective, she is upset about the goblins who rely on him. How are they supposed to live? At this moment, it looks like the goblin is alive because the blood starts appearing from behind. The goblin is tearing apart her body. Also, he scarcely lifts the Frost Spider and throws it away. This Frost Spider has no strength to fight further. She is taking her last breath. Here, Nima is pleased that the goblin is fine. However, she is still unable to understand her panic condition. Just then, Frost Spider communicates with her and asks for help. Frost Spider is pregnant and asking for help to save her child. She only wants food in her stomach to satisfy her child's hunger. Now, Nima realized why she was going through the panic situation. Listening to this, her heart is tearing apart, and she can't do anything for her. It's too late to save her. Just then, her son appears, and Nima moves forward to her. She can relay now her pain. God has made laws and regulations in which they must struggle to survive. And if they don't, their end is like a Frost Spider. Coming near her, she prays to God to give her next life peace, because she has gone through so much trouble in her life. She is weeping right now. Osf knows what she is feeling right now, so he let her weep as much as she could. Nima wants to become more robust to save monsters' lives. She can't let them die like Frost Spiders. To save them, she needs to be more and more potent. 5 years later, cute Nima has gotten the purpose of her life. By crying at her father's shoulder, she is feeling relaxed. That's why her father wiped out the tears from her face. Before she understands anything, the goblin's body starts gleaming. Everyone is startled and looking at him, because they want to know what is going to happen next. Even Nima is unable to understand what has happened to him. He has transformed into a human, but he is naked right now. According to her father, the goblin has evolved. To get the answer, she contacted the fire dragon. The goblin has transformed into a human then, and he is amazed, because the goblin never transforms. Yes, it's possible that he is Oni, they can turn into humans. Still, it needs to be confirmed. To sort out this puzzle, Fire Dragon has decided to visit tomorrow, and Nima is constantly thinking about the goblin. Also, her naked body reminds her of something else. Osf realizes something is wrong. He turns her face and asks his servant to provide him with clothes. He has put on clothes but cannot close the button. Casting a glance at him, she smiled, and helped him to button the shirt. After that, she embraces him because he is why they are alive. By killing Frost Spider, he has saved their lives. Even though Nima is 5 years old, his father can't see Nima embrace him. He shouts at her to leave him, but Nima takes it normal. Later, Nima finds the same spider on her feet. This spider crawled on her feet and moved her attention to him. On Nima's face, a smile appears, and she inquires whether he wants to live here or join her. Hearing this, Spider has jumped in her arms. It's the signal he wants to accompany her. His mother has died, so there is no reason left to live here. Also, Nima knows before his mother died, she was given the responsibility to take care of her child. In overwhelming happiness, she has given her name, which is Gracia. Naming him means she has enslaved him. Just then, a sign appears on his head. Watching this, she is sacred because she has made a pact with him, and her father doesn't know about it. That is going to be a trouble soon. The following morning, Nima cleans her face and looks at hobgoblins. Hobgoblins instruct goblins who will preserve the body of Frost, the spider. She gets next to him and requests the adults to be free, as he has decided to act upon Nima's plan. He has freed them. Osf hears them and inquires about the plan. Nima makes a cute face and reveals she has thought of a plan in which humans and monsters can live peacefully, but there are better places to share the plan. With a smile, Osf decided to wait until she disclosed herself. At the same time, Nino Pino arrives by resting in the cave. Tino's hair is missing, and cute Nima tries to rectify it but fails, and Nino's stomach starts grazing. With a laugh, they rush to eat something. Just then, the soldier turns her attention toward him because he has brought the rabbit. This is the same rabbit that was rescued in the forest. Through the potion, Rabbit has recovered. Nima takes the rabbit in her hand. It's so fluffy and she feels herself in heaven. Rabbit's fluffiness has compelled her to get her father's permission, but her father has denied her because it can snatch the personality of Rabbit. He needs to remember the taste of capturing his prey and how to protect himself. It resembles ripple. When you capture something, it creates a ripple in the sea. Just like that, many other people follow the same thing, and it changes the world. So, let's keep things as they are. She has realized and freed the rabbit to live according to his rules. Soon, something clicks in her mind. How can she forget about the little frost spider? She has already made a pact with him. Nima takes out the spider and shows it to her father. Her father gets angry by watching the pet sign on the spider's forehead. This is a monster. How can he permit his daughter to keep this? Also, Hobgoblin reveals this is defective, as goblins are defective of human. In the same way, frost spiders are defective and ferocious, but they have no choice but to keep them with her because of the mark on his head. Also, they have a strong connection with the spirit as his father has a vow in front of the king. According to his statement, then he should also have a name. But Hobgoblin doesn't have, and it makes her shunned. On the other hand, a fire dragon arrives and creates magic in the cave. Now, goblins are safe in the cave. After that, they have moved to the village. Here, everyone is pleased and meeting the lost one. Even Nino Pino is about to go home. But their home is a little far. Just then, they mention that they belong to Irige Proxy. Also, Osf hears this and recognizes them. They belong to the elite class, and Osf is responsible for keeping themselves safe and sound. He has asked his servants to drop them. Also, Nina wants to say something, but looking at her expression, Nima realizes that she doesn't like her. It doesn't look nice to her. On the other hand, Pino has realized what she wants to say, so he has pushed Nino to Nima. By gathering her confidence, she invites her to play at her home. Hearing this, Nima becomes happy, and has understood that she is a jerk who scarcely expresses her feelings. Overwhelming with happiness, she embraces her. Even Nino asks her to leave her, but Nima strongly grips her. She is not in the mood to leave her. Aside from this, Fire Dragon has arrived, and he is examining the Hobgoblin, who looks strange to him. He has elemental power that reveals he can't be Oni. Ignoring everything, Nima proves to be dumb because she is hanging with the head of a fire dragon. Watching her non-serious behavior, he reprimanded her, because she is in her dream of a fire dragon where she can sleep with a fire dragon, and his wings provide shelter around her body. Nima still needs clarification, whether he has elemental power or not. Even Hobgoblins is also not sure because he has never used it. They create a situation to check his power. With his power, soldiers create a mud monster in front of him. Through his firepower, Hobgoblins has burnt it. It has made everyone to wonder. Now, it's time to test the other one. Also, he controls all the elements because he has crushed his opponent by using them. Nima realized that he didn't have a name, so she can't step back and look at him. She has decided to call him Shinky. This name is amazing for him because it's the mixture of forest and his power. She applauded herself for being amazing and giving her name. As she has given him his name, a mark appears on his forehead, and Nima is shunned because she has realized she has made another blunder. His father also calls her name in anger, but she hasn't done this intentionally. Even Fire Dragon has understood her trick to make other enslaved people. But how can she make them understand that whatever is going on is the will of God? There is no interference from her. Also, she is ashamed of Shinky, whom she has made her servant without his permission. But Shinky is already impressed with her and has considered inquiring about her, so he has no objection to this. Even he bows before her and ensures he is her stunning servant. Like this video and subscribe to Annie Summary for more anime recap.